Hello guys, day 17, September 18 of the 30-day quiz, and so we are almost like halfway through, and it will get over in next 12-13 days. Hope your preparation is going smooth. And today's questions will be based on geography, that to core geography, which UPSC have stopped asking now. Okay, 2015-16 time was I think the last time when they asked about anything related to earth crust, core, mantle, and all those things. Okay, so now we'll see some questions because we cannot predict when will UPSC come back with such things. And this is part of pack 5. Pack 5, you see there is 4 geography test where 2 of them are based on NCRT class 6 to 12, and then there is one map test, and there is one common test. Okay, so 4 test of geography, then 4 test of environment, 3 test of science and test. So all these things are segregated in such a way that you can pick up which is weaker section for you, because I know like how much of a serious aspirant you are, there will be some sections which you never understood anything even after studying from multiple textbooks and coaching institutes. Okay, so because like economics, you can be weak in economics, you can be weak in polity, so whichever you are weak you can get that. Okay, polity is the only one where we did not give lot of explanations, instead we gave the page number of the Lakshmikant book, okay, so that you can read it directly from the textbook, but question statements are picked up directly from Lakshmikant. And then there is a revision chart which many students like it, but problem is it is not to cover the entire 100% syllabus. Okay, revision chart and snippet card is for just to assist your test series, that is it will have factual information, like history has the maximum number of factual points, so it will have more number of history charts. Out of 205 it will be around 80 to 85 history charts, then there will be around 30-40 polity charts, then some economy, then some geography, so the number will decrease as per the factual content change. Okay, because economics and all these things you need more concept, not the fact. So that is why a revision chart is designed like that, and don't think that this is a full 100% syllabus. Okay, and the tips series will again come in soon. Okay, one video is already out and people are liking it, and this will help you score more marks in your prelims. 2021 students, please WhatsApp me, because already you have missed 2 batches which started in June and August, and now in October the 3rd batch is starting. If you miss this also, then you will get less than 250 days. Okay, now you have 250 days at least. After this, if you join, then it will be less than 250 days and it will be very difficult to catch up all the syllabus. Okay, so mark your score in live chat, and then we will see the final score also, who comes first and who comes second. So repeti discontinuity is closely related to mantle, core, crust, oceans. Okay, there are a lot of seismic discontinuities, if you know, it's a very factual thing, but it is there in our NCRT and standard textbooks, so you should know this. When you study these kind of factual things, you obviously need some mnemonics or some tricks to learn. Okay, because without that you will not be able to by heart this, because it's very very difficult to see the answer. Mantle is the answer because it's discontinuity between the upper mantle and lower mantle. Okay, so if you see here, everything, 3 things are there, you know, crust is there, mantle is there, and core is there. So everything just break into 2. Okay, upper mantle, lower mantle, upper crust, lower crust, outer core, inner core. Okay, so that's how the from the base to the inwards it will go. Now the every injection there is a discontinuity, and the names are Conrad, this Moho, Repeti, Gutenberg, and Lehman. So you should make something like CMRGL. Okay, CMRGL. Okay, CM maybe Rahul Gandhi or something, lost. Okay, so something like that. If you make a trick, then you will never have to by heart it again and again. In the exam hall, you just have to look the first letter and then match it. Okay, here R is here. Okay, you know, R is somewhere here, so it will definitely not be core, which is in the right side, and it will not be crust, which is in the left side, so it will be have something to do with mantle. Okay, and if you see here, upper mantle and lower mantle. Same way, there is this thing also, lithosphere, asthenosphere, mesosphere, and barysphere. So barysphere, if you see, it is the outer core, inner core together. Mesosphere is the mantle, upper lower mantle together, and then lithosphere is the crust region. Now there is another one which is separating the lithosphere with the mantle. So it is same like which one? Lower crust and upper mantle. This Moho discontinuity. So Moho discontinuity and asthenosphere is close by. You basically ask like which discontinuity is closest to asthenosphere. So you should know that. Okay, so like that you have to make some tricks and by heart. And if you know mesosphere and atmosphere, when you study also there is a mesosphere. Okay, like when you go, lithosphere is there, above that in the air, troposphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, exosphere. Okay, there you have to make another trick, TSME. Okay, something like that. Ionosphere is there in between that, thermosphere is there. So like that there is atmosphere layers also, there is earth crust layer also. Okay, So these are by hearting facts which you have to by heart through tricks. Which of the following is false? Iron occupies highest amount in the chemical composition of Earth as a whole. Okay, meaning the entire Earth. Okay, including the water, atmosphere, everything. Aluminium occupies highest amount in the chemical composition of the Earth's crust. Okay, Earth's crust alone, aluminium is highest. As a whole of the Earth, iron is highest. So which is false? This is again a factual question and given in your NCERT. So there is a pie chart which you can by heart. Not like all the things. At least you should know which is available and which is not. Because UPSC already asked a question like in the initial phase of Earth, there was no carbon dioxide, there was no oxygen, or now it is not there. Now it is drastically reduced. That kind of thing they'll give. So just have to by heart at least this one what I have given. Okay, like in the composition of the Earth as a whole. Okay, this one. It is iron greater than oxygen greater than silicon greater than magnesium. Okay, so something like IOSM you have to make for the whole of Earth. And when it comes to Earth crust, so is whole of Earth is Earth's crust. So in Earth's crust it will be oxygen, silicon, aluminum, iron. Okay, IOSM, OSAI. Okay, so somehow you have to make this a trick and by heart because it's like one-time learning, and in the exam hall you just have to recollect it. So iron is the highest in the this thing. This is true, but aluminum is not the highest, it is oxygen. Okay, so B is false. Now Kharif Rabi crops, again a very factual question. UPSC have been asking like Kharif Rabi, which has GST, which has not GST, which is an oil seed, which is not an oil seed, or which has any MSP, minimum support price. So first thing you should know which is Kharif and which is Rabi. Before that, without that you cannot fit into the answers. So chickpea, sorghum, mustard, linseed. Which of the following is false? Meaning 3 of them are true. So again a factual question. Linseed Rabi is true. This is true. Sorghum Kharif is true. Okay, but chickpea is actually a Rabi crop. Okay, this also we have a snippet card also where I told you tricks also. Here the full list is given. Okay, other than Kharif and Rabi, there is something called Zaid crops also, which is like grown in throughout the year, like watermelon or something like that is Zaid crop. Okay, so that also you should study. That's a very small list, and the timings and all we have given here explanations. Okay, southwest monsoon, winter time and all, and there should be a trick like here if you see BW. Here mustard is there, so BMW, something like that you have to make. Okay, we already in a snippet card we gave a trick, so my students can study that. So BMW, then oats is there, chickpeas here, linseed is there. Okay, BMW, Ola, something like that you have to make a trick. Once you study Rabi crops alone, that is enough, because when the options comes you can eliminate there itself. You don't need to study both the list. Okay, hope it's clear. So one tip actually, people keep telling that exam is nearing, 10 lakh people are going to write, 5 lakh people are going to write, how will I compete? All these things are just a lie. Okay, only the most serious aspirants are going to clear, and the number of serious aspirants in this country is very, very less. It's only around 50,000 people, especially now because it's this corona situation. The number of students who are very serious and is studying every single day is very, very less. And the people who go to the exam hall that day will be even lesser. So this chance, please don't miss it. Okay, there's a golden chance for you. How much ever crisis you faced, you could not study, your coaching shut down, everything happened, but still go to that exam hall. You have a higher chance of clearing this exam this year. Okay, so please go to the exam hall and you are going to clear. Okay, if you had done all the hard work, you will clear, and if you don't clear also, you will have a very good question paper which you experienced in a live 2-hour session. Okay, which will help you boost your score in the 2021 exam. This is a tip which we wanted to give you, because at the end when we put the tips, people are not listening to it. Okay, so which of the following are false? Rotation of Earth influences ocean current. Revolution of Earth influences tides. So very basic, and it's a UPSC statement also. So here both of them are true. Okay, so they are asking for false. So neither one or two are false, both are true. Okay, currents on the ocean surface and in its depth flowing both locally and globally. Okay, we have already shown in the maps episode. Please go and see. I have shown all the ocean currents, warm current, cold current and all. Wind, water density, tides all drive ocean current. Okay, Earth's rotation result in Coriolis effect, which also influences ocean current. So rotation is influencing Coriolis and that is affecting the ocean current. So that is true. The force called as this thing causes the direction of wind and ocean currents to be deflected. In the northern hemisphere, wind and currents are deflected towards the right, and in the southern hemisphere they are deflected towards the left. Okay, and the tides rise and fall under the influence of the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. revolution of Earth around the sun is in elliptical orbit influences the distance, and that's the tide also. Okay, you know, like Earth is there, sun is there, Earth is revolving around the sun, and so it's in an elliptical orbit. So the distance will be like, sometimes it will be very far away, sometimes the Earth will be very near. Okay, so the pull also will change. Okay, the gravitational pull of the sun also will change. So that is how revolution influences tides. Now, arrange the following in decreasing order of number of locations of coal reserves available in India. Okay, last year UPSC asked about gold reserves, diamond reserves, copper reserves, and also we are putting a question on coal reserve. Okay, in the decreasing order, meaning which is the highest in India and which is the lowest in India as per the reserves: bituminous, peat, lignite, anthracite. This is again an NCERT question. So you should know that bituminous is always the highest and anthracite is the lowest, which is there only in Kashmir region, and some regions only these reserves are there. Okay, and peat is low quality kind of thing. Lignite is the second one. Okay, so obviously it will be 1, 3, 2 and 4. Okay, and we have a detailed revision chart again which I made referring thousands of sources. We have made this. So if you see peat, lignite, bituminous, steam coal, anthracite, graphite, it's complete description and usage which UPSC can ask, and the locations in India. Okay, this is not like complete. Okay, locations keep getting updated, and it's not like we can put every location here. We are putting the most common areas where it is found. If you see the bituminous, it is found in the most the mineral rich area of India, in the eastern India. Okay, and if you see lignite, it is there in Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu, and this peat is there in this places where we have this marshy kind of thing or that kind of area. And then you have this transition type steam coal, anthracite in Jammu and Kashmir, and then graphite is a manufactured one, and that also details we have given. So this is a one shot for people to revise, not to study. When you have to study, you have to study from my test series or my video series. Okay. The sun, moon, earth are in a straight line during new moon, full moon. Which time is that all three are in straight line? For serious aspirants, these are very, very silly questions maybe, but UPSC used to ask continuously about all these things. Okay, from 2015-16 they stopped it because they shifted their focus towards agriculture, soil, irrigation and all. But now because 2020 during the lockdown time, if the UPSC board wanted to explore the older areas, they will come back with these things. Okay, that is why we are teaching you this. So here again both are true. You should know that, like, this is the sun, this is the earth, this is the moon. Okay, so this is the phases of moon which is showing, which is called waxing and waning. Okay, like waxing means it's going like this, it will complete here, and waning means it is coming back to the original position. So this new moon is when it is between, okay, new, like a newborn thing between sun and earth, like that you can buy hut. And when it goes to the other side, it becomes full. Okay, full moon. So new moon is here and full moon is here. So just buy hut, but both the times it is in straight line. Okay. Host and Graben are essentially the features of which of the following? Fold mountains, block mountains, volcanoes or coral islands. Okay, essentially. Again, a very basic thing. You should know what is fold mountain, what is block mountain. Then volcanoes, there are at least 10 types of volcanoes are there. Coral islands, there is a lot of theory to study. So these are very, very important topics. And so block mountains you will know. Okay, which is like in block. So this is the kind of image. So host is this upper one, uplifted one, and Graben is the below one, and then the fault line is there. This is a very basic figure, and this is what you need to know about this topic. Okay. Which of the following is false? Prime meridian is the longest longitude. International date line is the shortest longitude. Again, a basic question which is there even in your 6th standard NCERT. The first thing is you should know there is an Earth, there is an equator, there is a Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Then there are again these two lines, okay, around this meridian. Okay, then after that we have longitude, which will be like this. Okay, imaginary lines, because only when you get a grid pattern you can exactly point out a location. That is why we needed both latitude and longitude, else we needed only one line. Okay, because simply if you tell it is in equator, you cannot tell where in equator, but if you have a grid pattern you can exactly tell where on the equator it is. Okay, that is why latitude and longitude concept was formed. And difference is latitude are of different length, meaning equator is the longest latitude. Okay, it's very long, this much circumference is there, but the small, when you go upwards or downwards, it will, the circumference will reduce. But longitude case, it's full time same size, because it is simply going vertically like this, so it's always the same size. Okay, so false. Both are false because there is no longest or shortest concept technically. Okay, why I told technically? Because there is something called international dateline. Okay, like USA and Alaska is here, and then Russia is here, so there is a gap here, and that is where they decide the international dateline. Okay, and international dateline is the only longitude which they drew it in a zigzag way. Okay, they didn't, when all the other longitude are like this vertically, this one they drew it like this zigzag. And why they drew zigzag? Because there are island countries here and all in between. So because it's called international dateline, meaning after this it's a separate day. Like here it is September 10, other place it will be September 11. Okay, so so that this island don't have that confusion, because if we draw through center of that, then it will not have a proper date. So that is why international dateline is drawn with a zigzag to avoid the islands. Okay, so it can be lengthy, but that doesn't make a difference. Okay, still we'll go with the technical definition that longitudes are of the same length. Okay, and the shortest is anyway wrong. Even if it is differing, it will be longer only. Okay, so technically all are same from pole to pole, and equispaced, equivalent, all these things are basics. And latitude is the longest is equator, and at the poles it is the other way. Okay, so the very basics, but hope you understood the concept. Okay, and you should know what is international dateline and what is Greenwich Meridian Time. That also you should know. Okay, which is the standard which is going through around UK, England. Okay, and India's time will be so that is considered 0 degree, and India will be 82.5 degree, where India's IST is there, Indian Standard Time. Okay, so this is International Standard Time, this is Indian Standard Time, 82.5 degree. Okay, which pass through 5 states in India. The trick for that is MOUCA, MOUCA. Go and find out which are the 5 states. Okay, if you know, tell in comment section also which are the 5 states through which Indian Standard Time passes through. Okay, and one city is the Allahabad city which pass through. So it's a very basics which UPSC used to ask lot of questions. Okay, like this more things are there. If I keep talking, then it will go on, but that and all you have to study from the basic textbooks. So which of the following crops would be preferred for sowing in order to enrich the soil with nitrogen? Okay, wheat, mustard, sunflower, or gram. Which one will you grow so that the soil gets more nitrogen, or nitrogen gets utilized faster? So nitrogen fixation is a very important concept for which mains question also have come. Okay, there are many types of bacteria you have to study, various levels you have to study. Okay, ammonium nitrate, ammonium nitrite. There are many things which is differing. So gram, you should know what is the meaning of this leguminous plant which can fix the nitrogen. Okay, in the leguminous plant, the root nodules have rhizobium bacteria. Okay, and gram is the one. So this rhizobium bacteria has the skill to fix the nitrogen in the nitrogen compound, because plants cannot take direct atmospheric nitrogen. It has to be converted. So that nitrogen fixation process I cannot teach you here. It's a very big concept, but my students can revise it from the revision chart. And also I think I have made a lot of videos while doing the geography NCERT videos. Plus, so please watch that. Okay. Luni River in India is considered to be EPHEMERAL. Okay, ephemeral. So it implies what? It has extreme saline conditions. It is a lifeline of small community of people. It lasts for a very short length. It branches out randomly and difficult to track the origin. So what is the meaning of this? First you should know where is Luni River. And this is a very old UPSC statement. So if you see, in Rajasthan there are many rivers like this, Rajasthan, Gujarat area, which does not go till the ocean. Okay, it is in the land, it starts in the land and ends in the land. Okay, so short length or basin. Okay, it's a river in Rajasthan, originates in the Pushkar Valley of Aravalli near Ajmer. Ajmer is important for Jain community also. Then passes through the southern southeast portion of the Thar desert and ends in the marshy land of Rann of Kutch. Okay, which is in Gujarat. Okay, so it starts from here and it will come to Rann of Kutch area, which is in the this side. Okay, you know, Gujarat, all the development sites and all is here, but the White Desert and Rann of Kutch is in the other side. Okay, so it's a very like far away, both the places. So it is the only Indian river which don't go till the sea or ocean. Okay, so that's the 10 questions for today. Very basic geography. So if you were able to answer, that means your core geography and basics of NCERT is strong. But one thing you have to understand is last 4-5 years UPSC is not asking this much core geography, even though it is mentioned in textbook. But if you are strong, don't worry, don't feel like I wasted time on that, because UPSC is unpredictable and anytime it can come back with all these things. And if you could not answer most of the questions, then come and enroll to this test series, because all these are taken from here only and you can practice them. Okay, you just need very limited time to study these kind of tests, because geography, environment, science and all is like basics. It's not very huge environment concept or huge economic concept or polity theory. It is some most of the factual stories and maps and all those things. So if you want to revise, you can get the pack 5. Okay, and you can email 3 free so that you will get the three free tests to begin with, three current affair tests we'll give you. So I'll wind up this video. Tomorrow I'll come up with the next session.